Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sunny, aka the Oracle of Alexandria, and today I have another relationship reading for you. Specifically, how does the person that you are connecting with truly feel? That's what we'll be exploring today. I think this is going to be a really big spread for a fairly, probably not too in-depth topic, but we'll see. This is the first time I've done a topic like this. Hopefully it will be helpful and illuminating for you guys. And anyway, so this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. If you choose pile 1, your alphabet oracle for your reading is going to be Epsilon. If you choose pile 3, which wound up with 3 alphabet oracles, your letters are going to be Phi, Theta, and Zeta. And if you choose pile 3, your alphabet oracle is going to be Omega. So, choose whichever pile most resonates with your intuition, wherever your intuition is guiding you. If your intuition isn't speaking to you, you can always choose a pile at random, or choose the left one or the right one or the middle one, whichever one sounds good to you. I'm going to go ahead and cut to the footage of my forming the piles, and then I will see you all in your respective readings. Thank you again so much for joining me, and yeah, I'll see you in the reading. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. So if this is your pile, you chose the left pile with the letter Epsilon on it. We're going to go ahead and save this for a final message for the reading. Right this moment, I'm going to go ahead and separate all the cards and then lay out the spread. So I will speed up the footage and then I will see you when we are ready for the reading proper. And our topic today is, again, what are their true feelings about this connection? Or what are your person's true feelings about this connection? Okay, Pile 1, we are ready for your spread. I just want to give you one last word of warning that there may be some nudity that comes up within the cards. So if that bothers you, please go ahead and click away from this reading now. And I apologize for any inconvenience, but the Robin Wood Tarot does have a little bit of nudity on a couple cards. The Psyche and Eros Oracle has a little bit, and then the Manga Tarot sort of has a little bit. So if it bothers you, it might come up. I don't know what cards are here on the table right this moment, but better safe than sorry. And with that out of the way, for those who are remaining with me, thank you again so much for watching, and we're going to start with our central column of cards here. This column represents the dominant theme, energy, or context of the reading. And our topic again is what are their true feelings about this connection? How do they really feel? So with that out of the way, let's see what energy lies at the heart of the spread. We have the Lady Who Waits. Very interesting. We have Eros there, perhaps with Psyche, I don't know. Very beautiful artwork though. Okay, and then we have the Cosmic Emerald. Create perfect health, access divine abundance. We'll check the guidebook for this one in a moment and see if there's maybe something a little bit more potentially relevant to the reading there, other than the words on the cards. Okay, lastly, we have the key. Okay, so obviously, with the Lady Who Waits here, I'm getting a sense that they are waiting on something. It is possible that they're waiting on you to make a move. It is also possible that they're waiting on someone else. So before we continue into the other cards, before I make any solid conclusions, we'll see what comes up in the other cards. But in the meantime, we do have the key here. So you have the person you are interested in, who may be interested in you. They're waiting. And you have the key. You have the key to open the pathway. So I do believe that they are essentially waiting on you to make a move, or waiting for you to show how you feel about the situation. Maybe they're kind of feeling you out. But we'll see what other cards come up in the rest of the reading. And let's see. Let's go ahead and check the guidebook for the Cosmic Emerald. I didn't really want to use this deck for this reading, but my guides were like, no, you really should use it. It's going to be okay. And I knew this would happen. I just had a feeling. So hopefully the guidebook has, something relevant for us, more relevant than the card itself. Let's see, is the spread? Our spread is up a little high. Sorry about that. I guess I should have checked that before I started interpreting the cards, but here we are. So, okay. Right. Let's see, the Cosmic Emerald. This is the card of abundance. It invites you to expand what you believe, you deserve and accept plenty from the benevolent universe. Okay. So my guides were correct that this deck is okay to use. All right. So this card here, the Cosmic Emerald, is an invitation to expand by making a move on the lady who waits. The lady representing your person of any gender, does not have to be a lady. You have the key here, the key to open the way forward. You have to make the choice to expand. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Archangel Raphael's Cosmic Emeralds are a combination of the blue ray of healing and the yellow ray of wisdom. They are magnificent, pale, ethereal, translucent, and contain healing energy, trust, that's important, clarity of mind, loyalty, friendship, prosperity, higher enlightenment, and many other qualities at a ninth dimensional frequency. Okay, we're going to stop with that there. I think we have plenty of information here. Okay, so if you are feeling like you want to share your feelings or maybe open up a little bit more with the lady who waits, who is your person of any gender, the Cosmic Emerald brings in energy that is perfect for all of that. It's basically what you want. It is abundant, and therefore there's confidence because you're not lacking anything. It brings trust, it brings loyalty, it brings friendship. These are all good things here between the two of you. Let's go ahead and look at the tarot cards and see, let's figure out who the lady who waits is waiting for. I do believe it's going to be probably for you to make a move, but let's see if there's anyone else in the picture. Like, what are they feeling? What are their true feelings? Okay, we have the Prince of Cups. Right, this is very, very positive here at the heart of the reading. On the left side of the reading, we have the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups can represent messages about love. So new messages, new communications concerning love, someone opening up to them and bringing them the honesty of their feelings. Okay, this is a very positive card. If you are really sincerely interested in the lady who waits, this person is waiting for you. They're waiting for you to give them the information that you reciprocate their feelings. All right. We have the King of Swords. Very interesting. Okay, and then we have the Sun. We have the Emperor. Wow. So it's interesting that we have the lady here at the heart of the reading, and then she's surrounded by men so far. All right, let's see. We also have the King of Coins. Wow. Okay. And lastly, we have the Lovers. All right. So it does seem like the lady who waits might have some other options besides you. The Lovers traditionally is a card about having choices to make. And with all of these court cards, and then we've got the feminine here and surrounded by masculine, okay, we have this sense that there could be many, many individuals here that the lady who waits has to choose from. There's also the possibility that we have a king, we have an emperor, we have the sun, which is very positive, yes, energy. And then we have this one here, which is, in your case, delivering messages about your true feelings. Okay, the lady who waits is waiting to receive that information. It could be here if the lady doesn't have other options, because this is a general reading, so it's not every bit of information is going to be applicable to everyone watching. But if she doesn't have other suitors, then it's interesting. We have a king, an emperor, a king, and then the brightest star that we can see from our planet here. Essentially, what we have is the lady waiting on you to make your move, to deliver how you feel about them, about your connection with them. These are all the pinnacles of authority, essentially, the emperor and two kings. Like, you can't get much higher authority than that. She's waiting for you, when I say she, but it's your person of any gender, to make your move, to be in your authority, and to deliver your messages, which is your true feelings about your connection. With the Lovers, it's also possible that the lady who waits is waiting on you to make your choice. Do you want her? And with such strong positive energy between you, I certainly feel like you do, but obviously you're the only one who knows your heart. So that is a choice for you to make. Let's see what your oracle cards are here. Okay. Miracle. Making a difference. Okay. I'm almost getting a sense that with this sort of passive energy of the reading so far, your person maybe doesn't have a lot of confidence in them, and there could be in themselves. There could be a lot of reasons for that, but miracle, making a difference, it is possible that they're waiting because they don't really feel worthy. They don't feel good enough. They want to see how you feel because they don't think they deserve you or a romantic connection with you. So you can make a difference by telling the truth of your feelings, by opening up to the lady who waits. You have the key here to progress the relationship forward. But again, it's a choice that you have to make. It's a choice that she's waiting for you to make. Okay, and for her, I feel like when you open up to her, she's going to feel like, for some of you, and again, she is anyone, they are going to feel like it's a miracle that someone like you could care about someone like them. At least for some of you. Again, this is a general reading, so, but that's kind of the sense that I'm getting from this card, that they're going to be extremely overjoyed. And they're going to feel like it is a miracle when you open up to them. So let's see. We have reflection here. And hopefully the art on the card is clearly visible. This card isn't glossy. It actually has like a metallic background. So it's hard to see how the camera is picking it up. But all right, reflection. I think the lady who waits wants you to be sure of what you want before you make your choice, before you make your move. This is about wanting you to do the internal work to figure out what you desire before you make a move, before you make your choice. Like, for them, this is not a casual fling. This is a serious connection that is going to change their life. At least, from their perspective, that is how they feel about it. But they don't want someone who is unsure to come and approach them about having a relationship. They want something serious. Okay, let's see what other cards you have here. All right, the Queen of Pentacles. That is very wonderful energy. So what's interesting is that she's in a very similar pose to the lady who waits. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very patient. They are also very loving and very nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles plants her seeds. She nurtures them, gives them everything they need to grow and blossom into beautiful flowers. So if this is her energy, her, again, being anyone, your person's energy, this is very positive, because that means that they are a very caring, nurturing person and very loving. They know how to conduct themselves in a relationship. They're very abundant with their feelings and how much they care about their partners. Again, that's why I feel like this is not a casual fling for the lady who waits. This is a serious decision that they want you to take seriously too. It very well could be, for some of you watching this, that the lady who waits is someone who is waiting on you to maybe propose to them. So that is certainly another option here for some of the energy that we've got on this side of the spread. But let's get back to the cards here. Okay, we have the Lovers again. Two extremely powerful cards about connections and choices. Very, very interesting. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Coins. Okay, Strength. Then we have the King of Cups. And the Four of Cups. Okay, so the Lady Who Waits is definitely waiting on something new to happen, new information. Essentially, they are waiting on you to make a move. I do feel like for most of you watching, this is between you and your person only. Some of you, your person may have other people in their life that they are considering, but I feel like this is a connection that is pretty well developed. Again, it could be a couple on the edge of taking a deeper step into their relationship. And you have here, okay, you have the Lovers, a card about choices. You have here the Four of Cups, someone who's not sure they're happy with what they have. And there's something else in the picture that they're not seeing, which is probably what they're waiting for. Then you have the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is someone who knows his emotions, knows his heart. He's in touch with his intuition and his deeper feelings. And I say he, but this can be anyone, okay? The King of Cups is a person who knows their heart and what they want. And that is what the Queen of Coins is waiting for, is for you to figure out what you really want, as we see here, to get in touch with yourself and be sure about the choices that you are making to progress with this relationship, with this connection. The King of Cups is someone who is in touch, who has balance between his masculine and his feminine sides. And the fact that he is in touch with his feminine side, that he is secure enough in his masculinity that he could cry and not feel lesser or insecure about it, that's the kind of person that we have with the King of Cups. Someone who really knows their heart. And that is what your person is waiting on you to figure out, is what do you want? And it seems like for some of you, your person, the waiting hasn't been easy. But they want you to be sure before you guys take the next step together. Okay. All right, we have Zeus or Zephs, and his message is supremacy. I feel like his presence here is essentially a blessing on this connection. That, with supremacy, we have a sense of this connection being an amazing connection for you both. Once you, the viewer, figure out what you want in terms of how you want the connection to progress, to proceed. It seems like your person really would like to go to the next level, to take the next step. But it's for you to reciprocate. It's for you to let them know how you feel. It's for you to figure out what you really want before you take your next steps. Lastly, we have Leo. So, Leo is a sign of fire. It is a fire sign. It's also fixed energy. So, Leo is very committed and passionate. It's fire. Think of like Queen of Wands, King of Wands here. And so it seems like there is a strong connection between the two of you. Some of you, this connection may be very new, but I still feel like there is strength in the connection, loyalty and dedication with the two lions here, with Leo here, and also a lot of passion. But this is not a connection that the lady who waits takes lightly. And that's why the lady waits. That's why your person waits. Okay, this is a serious thing for them moving into the next stage of your relationship. And they want to know, are you ready to commit? Are you equally as passionate about them? Are you sure that they are what you want, that they are who you want to be with? I feel like the person represented by the lady who waits is someone who is not going to fool around. You know, they're not going to accept someone who is not fully committed to this connection. And that goes for, if you take the next step together, you need to be committed to your person. They're probably not going to have a lot of patience for any sort of unfaithfulness, which is even emotional unfaithfulness, etc. You know, you need to be sure that this connection is what you want. All right, let's look at your shadow cards, see what other information we can get here. Once I remember, yes, once I remember where I put your shadow cards. Okay. All right, let's see what else we have here. Memories and remembrance. Okay, so for most of you, this connection is not a new connection. It's something that's been around for a while. And again, it's very strong, and you have history together, and they very much cherish that history. Even if there were some hard times between you, which left you at the Four of Cups situation where you're not quite happy with what you have, but there's something that you are missing with the present situation, you need to find it. And that's why the lady is waiting. That's why your person is waiting. Okay? And they are, again, they're very fond of this connection. They're very committed to it. They just want to know that you reciprocate that. So here we have new opportunities. Declutter your life and glimpse a magical doorway. So again, you had the key here. You have what you need to progress this relationship to the next level with your person, whatever it is. You have this opportunity here with you now. For some of you, this opportunity may not be there forever. Your person, the lady who waits, is not going to wait forever. So you need to figure yourself out. Take your opportunity. Make your decision. You can declutter your life, or you can open the door and move forward together. Okay. All right, number 26. I'm actually not super familiar with this card, so let me find my Lenormand book, and let's take a look at. Okay, so this is the book, and the meanings for this card are information, knowledge, secrecy, education, research, studies, memories, and hidden potential. It's interesting that we have memories and remembrance here, and we have memories here, like history recorded in a book. And also hidden potential as well. That's very interesting. I feel like this comes back to the Four of Cups energy, and even to the Lovers here, with all of this energy about having a choice to make, and information, new information. There is something that you, pile one, need to find. either within yourself or about your connection, etc., to help you figure out what you really want. The book can represent hidden potential within oneself. You may feel uncertain if you're able to commit. Maybe for some of you, this is not all of you, but for some of you, maybe you're not really sure about monogamy, for example. Maybe you're not even sure that you absolutely want to take the next step with your person. That's actually a good thing, to be certain of what you feel before you take the next steps. You have the potential within yourself. It is hidden within you that you can surprise yourself, essentially, that you can do more than you ever thought you could. Essentially, you can handle this, taking the next step with this connection. You just have to find that confidence within yourself to be able to commit. All right, let's see. Okay, we got all those three. Let's look at this one. Okay, we have the Four of Coins. All right. So this is, again, very fixed energy. Your person is waiting. They're holding on to this connection. Again, for them, this is very serious. They don't just want to throw it away. They're very invested here. For them, they're holding on to what you have, and they're happy to wait. At least for most of you. They just want to know that you're serious about the connection too. Okay, vision. Sorry. Contemplating the future. This, again, is about figuring out what you really want. Imagine a future with your person. How do you feel being with them 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Does that idea make you happy? What might your future be like together? Can you find something in that potential to help you feel more secure in taking the next step with this connection? Really seriously contemplate the future and how you might be able to make it work. Your person is committed. They're waiting. They're waiting on you. They're waiting on you to give them information. Be honest with them about what you might need to make it work. But first, you have to figure that out within yourself. What are your boundaries? What are your needs in this connection? How can you make it work? What can your person do for you? They're very serious about you, so I think that they will be open and receptive to whatever information you have to give them to clarify what you want from the future of this connection. It's not just taking the next step, that's how are you two going to work together? That's what do you need to be happy taking the next step with this connection, to feel comfortable. Okay. We have Gemini. Very interesting. I'm going to check the guidebook for this one and just see what it says. I'm curious to see. I've actually never had a zodiac card from this deck come up in one of my readings before. So, let's see. There isn't a number, unfortunately. Looks like it might be in alphabetical order. No. Okay, Gemini. All right, so for those who aren't aware, this is the Primrose and Prose Oracle. And the primrose is obviously the color on the cards and the artwork and so on. The prose is that the booklet has a little verse of poetry for every card. And that's all you get. You have to be able to interpret that. So we have here for Gemini, the forest wasn't grown in a day. Said the doe, lying on the beltway. No, it wasn't, replied the buck. Nothing is grown from luck. Okay, that's actually very profound. Nothing is grown from luck. That this is about not taking a chance, but actually putting in the effort to make it work. The forest wasn't grown in a day, so taking the next step doesn't need to happen overnight. For those of you who are maybe getting engaged, you don't have to get married in a month. You don't have to get married in a year. You can take your time to grow this relationship, and you have a lot of that energy with the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Coins, the Queen of Coins. There is so much energy of growth here, and you can take that energy together, grow something together that you both like, that you both want. It doesn't have to be all on you. It doesn't have to be all on them. You can do it together. And Gemini, you've got two figures here in the card. And in the prose, you have the buck and the doe. So, the buck and the doe, the king and queen of the forest, you can come together and build the future of your connection. Neither of you have to do it alone. Okay. Oh, right. So we've got the Eight of Wands here. And this is all about directed action, about knowing what you want and taking the steps to get there, to reach your goal. So in essence, planting your seeds and growing your forest. But again, your person wants your certainty there. They don't want someone who is unsure and who is unable or unwilling to be fully committed. Okay, we have Cancer. It's very interesting. It's a water sign, and water signs are very much connected with strong love, strong feelings of love, especially with the crab here with the shell. The shell is strong and difficult to break. Another aspect about Cancer here is that Cancer tends to be a very loyal sign. And that makes perfect sense given the energy of this reading, that they are waiting for you. This connection is important to them. You two have a history together for most of you that they cherish a lot of memories from. They just want that loyalty back. Okay. Lastly, we have Pegasus. And the keyword for this is nature. But, well, there's a lot we can say about Pegasus, actually, in this reading. Pegasus was a helper for Bellerophon, supporting him, like we have Strength here, supporting him. It's interesting, you have two Pegasi, or an alicorn and a Pegasus here, helping him on his hero's journey. So for some of you, you may need support from friends or from your person, from family, from someone close to you to be able to take the next steps. And that requires opening up, using that key, opening up, communicating, and also figuring out what you want. Another aspect of Pegasus is that Pegasus was born from Medusa after she was defeated. In essence, we have Medusa being transformed. So an ugly situation, a difficult situation, became something of beauty, something of power, something of strength. Let's also take a look at the guidebook and just see what they might intend with this keyword here, nature, and how it might impact the reading here, but I'm not really resonating with that keyword at all. I'm getting more of the information that I already shared with you. Okay. So, the Pegasus. This beautiful creature was born from the neck of the ugly Gorgon Medusa, who represents the primordial feminine. Pegasus is one of a group of winged horses called the Pegasi that gave assistance to the gods and goddesses and pulled their chariots. The superheroes of ancient Greece sometimes used Pegasus to defeat dangerous beasts, reminding us that Mother Nature has two sides to her. One can be dark, untamed, and frightening, like Medusa, whilst the other blesses us with beautiful animals that can assist us. The other blesses with support, with strength. When presented with either, perhaps we should remember our caretaker role and act responsibly towards animals and the planet. This card reminds you of the beauty and power of nature and the creatures of the earth, both magical and real. Perhaps you could take time out to appreciate wild or domestic animals and thank Mother Nature for her beauties. Or you may seek assistance and support from the magical Pegasi, as the Greeks did. Sorry, we are out of frame, of course. All right. So I think that, enough of that. Also, appreciate the beauty of your connection with your person. Okay. So our final message here is your alphabet oracle, and that is Ypsilon, or Epsilon, I believe it is. So for Epsilon, we have the oracle verse, "Eager art thou for right wedding's fruits." This really doubles my feelings that for many of you, this connection is possibly on the edge of becoming an engagement and a marriage. The deities who preside over this alphabet oracle, or who are linked to it, connected with it, are Zeus and Hera, the god and goddess of marriage. And every year the ancient Greeks would celebrate, at least in Athens, the Theogamia, the sacred marriage of Zeus and Hera. So, and again, he came out in your reading here. That's actually not Hera. That is the mother of Achilles. I think her name is Thetis. I'm not certain on that, though. It's kind of slipping my mind. But so for those of you who are pagan or devotees of Zeus, or interested in the deity, it seems like his energy is very much present here, and also Hera's energy, which could be for your partner, for some of you, your person, the lady who waits. Hera did a lot of that in the mythology, so there is that aspect of it. The keywords associated with this oracle are guidance, children, and love. So it does seem like there is a strong romantic connection between you and your person, and that you have your reservations for whatever reason. I believe that you can figure it out. The cards believe, your person believes that you can do it. And I think for your person, it doesn't matter whether you choose to be committed, which is what they would prefer, or if you choose to end the connection. What matters most for them is that you know what you want before you go in. When we talk about right wedding's fruit, it doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage. So for those of you who are not taking a step towards engagement or marriage, the ancient Greeks, their religion was reciprocal. They believed in reciprocity between themselves and the gods. Reciprocity is a cycle of gift giving. The gods give to us, we give back to them. They give back to us, we give back to them, so on and so forth. By maintaining this relationship, you are maintaining right relationship with the divine. maintaining that reciprocity, you need to bring that into your connection with this person. Reciprocity. You need to give back to them what they're giving to you. And that's probably what they're waiting for. You need to maintain that right relationship with your partner in this love connection with your person, whatever they need too. I mentioned before that you are encouraged to figure out what you really want and need to move forward in this connection confidently. But don't forget that you also have to be able to meet their needs. So be sure to open up and talk with them and figure these things out. And you two can make it work. This is generally very positive, very good, very strong energy between you two. So ultimately, it's up to you. You have to figure out what you want, pile one. And then you can make it work either way, whatever you choose. And I feel like your person will support you and will be amicable with whatever you choose. They just want you to be sure. So all of that said, I'm going to go ahead and leave you here. Thank you again, Pile One, for tuning in with me today and for letting me do this reading for you. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please do consider leaving me a comment and maybe liking and subscribing down below. And if you would like to join me for another video, definitely please do subscribe so that I can see you in a future reading. And until then, take care, Pile One, and good luck with everything that you need to do to figure out this connection. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, our topic is... sorry, my words are failing me again. What are your person's real feelings about your connection? How do they really feel? If you chose this pile, your alphabet oracle letters are Phi, Theta, and Zeta. And for now, we're going to go ahead and set these aside. We'll save them for a final message. I'm trying to keep them in order here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sort out all of your cards here, and then lay out the cards, and we will do the reading proper. So I will speed up the footage just a little for you. I also want to warn you, before we get into the reading proper, that the decks used for this reading do have cards that contain varying levels of nudity in them. So if that would be a bother for you, please do click off the video now. Better safe than sorry, and I certainly don't want to upset anyone. I always try to warn you if I remember, if I think about that, but just something important to remember. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up the footage, and I will see you in the reading proper. Okay, Pile 2. So, for those of you who are new, this central column of cards represents the dominant theme, energy, or context for the spread. And here at the heart of the spread, we have a loving gaze. That is very positive. So already we're seeing that if you are interested in someone, it seems like they are interested in you too. Okay. Then we have the Stargate of Lyra, or Lyra. With the Stargates, it does say expand your causal chakra, enter the Unicorn Kingdom, just ignore that. So we have gateways. So we have new opportunities opening ahead of us here with this connection. That is the energy with your other person, is that they are open or opening to possibly having a connection with you, a deeper connection with you on some level. Okay, lastly, we have the storm. Notice here that there's a sun behind the clouds, and that it's a very colorful and beautiful storm. So for some of you, you may have a kind of rocky relationship with this person thus far. Maybe you're not really sure how they feel about you. It could even be something almost like, young children are depicted like in media, where like a boy who likes a girl will punch her or something, or vice versa. So it could be for some of you that you have an uncertain, at least from your perspective, connection with this person, a rocky or difficult connection, but there's always that silver lining there. You always have the sun bursting out from the clouds. Like, even if it seems cloudy right now, clarity and sunshine and happiness are going to come. It's just a matter of getting through the perhaps darker things or times with the connection. So hopefully maybe this reading will help demystify things a little bit so that you can move forward. Let's see what card we have at the heart of the reading. On the left side, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is very much a card about clarity, as much as it is about new beginnings. Let's see what else we have before I continue here. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay, that's very interesting. The King of Cups. The Two of Cups. Wow. You have a lot of generally great cards here. The Page of Pentacles. And then we have the Princess of Wands. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the Prince of Pentacles. Let me double check the booklet I do believe that it varies from suit to suit, where the princess or the prince stand in for the page, but let me double check here. Okay, no. All right, so the prince is the same as a page. The princess is a knight, which I should have figured because she's mounted there. Okay, so that's very good to know. All right, so there is a movement energy associated here. We have the Stargate opening for you guys. We have the Princess of Wands. So we have the Knight of Wands here, essentially. And she is armored. She is mounted. She's ready to go. This connection is ready to progress. You have, with the Page of Coins here, you have very strong rooted energy. Notice that, I'm sorry, well, with the Page of Coins, sorry, I'm thinking of the Knight for some reason. With the Page of Coins, you have, like the Ace of Swords, you have a new opportunity, new potential for growth. And with the Seven of Cups, there are choices that need to be made about the direction to take. It does seem like with the Two of Cups here and the King of Cups here, you two both desire deepening your connection, that you two are both open to this. It's just that your person seems like they might be waiting for you to make a move, or they might be biding their time before taking the next steps. Again, the gate is opening and could already be open for some of you. It does seem, though, that your partner is very much open to this connection, to the growth and the progression of your connection together. With the King of Cups, there is an aspect of needing to know what you really want, So again, it could be for some of you, your person is waiting on you to be sure about what you want, to make a choice, especially with the Seven of Cups here. And if you are waiting on some sort of new information, it does seem like it's going to come to you because you're going to have clarity. And that clarity is going to clear up the storm. It's going to help you progress. It's going to help you move forward. All right, so inspiration. And then here we have rebirth. Very interesting. What really intrigues me is that we have rebirth here with the storm. So it's like the sun is going to come out again. Even though things might be a little dark for you right now, which, with this monochrome artwork on this card here, the sun is going to come out again. And the sun is symbolically associated with illumination, with inspiration, which is what this is here. So you may be uncertain of how to proceed with the connection. They may be uncertain of how to proceed. It's clear that at least your person is very open to taking the next steps. You are just waiting on this clarity of thought that the Ace of Swords brings to help fully open the gate so that you two can proceed together. One or both of you are waiting on new information, on clarity and insight, so that you can move forward together. And again, if you have not told your person how you feel, that might be what they're waiting for, to know how you feel about them. All right, let's see what we have over here. So we have the Five of Coins. All right, very interesting card to have there at the heart of the spread on this side. It almost seems like, especially with the storm here, it seems like your person may be feeling like they are left out in the cold a bit. Again, they're not sure how you feel about them. And so they're waiting for that information to give them the go-ahead. See, we have the Nine of Swords. So there is some anxiety and worry on their part. The Queen of Swords. Okay. So a lot of Swords cards here. The Queen of Swords is someone who has very clear thought. She's holding her sword upright, which is usually how the Ace of Swords is. The sword is upright, it's balanced. She's holding her sword upright. She's balanced. She has clear thoughts and decision making. So again, we have this aspect of waiting on clarity, because you also have anxiety or stress, confusion or fear, insomnia, mental unclarity down here. Then we have the Fool. Okay, again, new beginning energy, growth energy, new beginning, new potential, take a leap of faith kind of energy here. All right, the Five of Swords. And then we have the Four of Wands. So there's some very interesting energy on this side of the reading. It really does seem like the lack here that you're experiencing with the Five of Coins is lacking information and clarity, lacking the clarity needed to make decisions. So it seems like your person is open to you, that they do have feelings for you or interest in you, but they're not sure how you feel. But if they know, if you tell them how you feel, that you are interested in taking the next step with them, then they will have the clarity they need to take the leap of faith of the Fool into this connection. Notice the couple are dancing here. They're happy. The Four Wands symbolize essentially what is built in a situation that you have put effort towards building. It's something to celebrate and be happy about. So really, they are lacking information that they need to make decisions and move forward from their side, on their perspective, with this connection. And you can give them that. You can end this anxiety, confusion, whatever the case is, you can end that for them. Okay, we have Mercury here. Mercury is the planet of communication. Mercury is a planet of clarity, usually. I mean, depending on how it's aspected. Mercury moves between realms, Mercury or Hermes. So you need that communication between you two to help bring ease and comfort to this connection, and also to be able to progress. Okay, you have Aphrodite. You have the goddess of love and beauty here in your reading. And the keyword on her card is attraction. So there is mutual attraction here. You two are connected. There's just a lack of communication, which is creating an unclarity that is making it difficult for your person to understand, how do you feel? What is going on between you two? How do I proceed? I feel like they are not necessarily against taking the next step or making the move, as it were, first. It's just that they're uncertain about how you feel. And so if they have that information, that reason to believe that you are equally interested in them too, they could move forward. They could approach you about it. So if you are someone who struggles in opening up and sharing your feelings, just kind of try to make it more clear to them that you are open to this connection too, if it is what you want. And then they can take it from there. They can help progress things from there if you're not sure what to do. If you aren't comfortable, saying, hey, I like you, let's get together sometime. It seems like they very much are the kind of person who is comfortable taking that step. So if that helps you at all, do remember that. Okay, so I'm going to place the shadow cards here, and then we will look at these and what they have to say for you. But it's really a positive reading. You've got Aphrodite here, the goddess of love and beauty herself. You can't get any better than that in a romance reading. So, right. Let's start with the middle again. Balance and unity. Okay, so remember, 5 is an odd number, so it is unbalanced. The information that they need from you, how do you feel about them, can bring that balance and can lead to unity between you two. Cocoon of white light. Rest in perfect love. Understand oneness. So we have 2 cards here about unity. This is a very good sign. Aphrodite being in the reading is a very good sign. The balance and unity card is a very good sign that you two can have an amazing connection. Like, things might be difficult right now because your person isn't really sure how you feel. And maybe you have, a sort of rocky relationship at the moment, but there is so much potential for this to be an amazing relationship here. Rest in perfect love. A cocoon is protective. It protects the caterpillar while it becomes a butterfly. Give your person the information that they need to feel more comfortable and confident. And you can have this protection of an amazing relationship around you. You can have oneness and unity with a person whom you are interested in. You just have to take that leap of faith, or give them the opening that they need to take the leap of faith. And again, that all comes back to that information that they need to know how you feel. I feel like they just aren't quite ready to put themselves out there for this connection because they're not sure about you and how you feel about it. And I mean, I get it, it's not easy to make yourself vulnerable, and opening up to someone about how you feel about them it makes you extremely vulnerable. It can be a very frightening situation. I mean, Aphrodite is the mother of Phobos and Deimos, deities connected with fear, terror. I mean, and there's a reason for that, because love can be terrifying just as much as war, because Ares is the father of Phobos and Deimos. So it seems like they're just not quite ready to put themselves out there because they don't have all the information they need to feel confident about taking that step. Nobody wants to be shot down, especially if it's someone that they're really interested in, they really care about. It can be really painful to have that, open yourself up, make yourself vulnerable, and then be rejected. So I totally understand their position, that they're just not comfortable putting themselves out there at the moment, but they can be. You just have to kind of help them along if you are not comfortable putting yourself out there, and they will probably do the rest. Let's see. So we have the sickle here, or the scythe. This card looks scary. Don't let it scare you. The scythe is a tool, and you can use it to cut down grain and harvest and reap something good that's going to nourish you and help you, or you can use it to destroy. So you have to kind of step into this situation here. Give your person the information that they need in whatever way that you are comfortable doing that, and let them know. And you can use the scythe for good in this connection, or they can use it for good, rather than using it for negative thoughts, for storminess, for unclarity, for anxiety. It's interesting that you have these cards here in a row, because the King of Cups is someone who is very in touch with his emotions and who knows himself and knows what he wants. And I believe that your person knows that they would like an opportunity with you. Again, they're just not comfortable taking that chance yet. So here we have the Five of Swords. And what's interesting is that she has disarmed these samurai here. The information that is needed, the clarity and inspiration that is needed to proceed with this connection, to open the doorway for you, will disarm the anxiety, the fear, the worry, etc. It's just a matter of communicating, giving your partner clarity so that they know, okay, I have the green light to proceed. Okay, freedom, breaking the chains, exactly. Again, the chains of anxiety, of fear, of unknowing. Just give them a little bit of something to break the chains holding them back. And this connection can really flourish. You've got the cocoon of white light. You've got balance and unity. Okay, we have Pisces, a water sign. And water signs are very strong emotionally. They have a lot of love to give. If I remember correctly, the astrological oracle, what it had to say about Pisces in the guidebook is something about Pisces being very dreamy and getting lost in fantasy rather than reality. So that could and play into a bit with the anxiety and fear here of the Nine of Swords and the storm. But the thing about Pisces is that they can be, quote unquote, turned around, turned back to reality from their dreams or fears or worries, in this case, by giving them hope, by giving them the information that they need. So this is really confirmation that this connection is strongly lacking information, and that you two need to communicate more with each other to give each other balance and to open the potential for creating unity. Okay, we have Temperance, another card about balance, about polarities coming together and being brought into balance and union. Okay, that is very powerful energy, especially here on top of the Five of Coins, where you have something missing. You give your partner what they need, the information that they're missing, and you can have that balance, that unity, that oneness. The potential is very strongly there. It's just a matter of communicating with your person. Hey, Neptune, very interesting. You know what? Before I continue, I did want to look at the booklet for the Pisces card that we got here and just see what the booklet that came with the deck has to say about the card. And if you aren't familiar with this is the Primrose and Prose Oracle. And essentially, the primrose is the cards and the art, and the prose is all you get. You get a little poem for each card in the guidebook here. Okay, Pisces. All right. So let's see. It says, "What I've lost and who I've found doesn't matter when you aren't around. This enjoyment is fickle and brief. With you here, I can stall my grief." Okay? Their grief here and here. I feel like this card here is saying that this connection is going to be, balance and unity, oneness, temperance. It's going to be something that is really profound for your person, something that they feel almost completes them. We are not incomplete individuals within ourselves. We are each whole and complete on our own. But when you have a lot of strong love and longing, it can certainly feel like this person completes me. And that is what you bring your person. And that is why they are so shaken up about this connection and the uncertainty with it, why it frightens them so much, because when that gateway is opened, there's going to be so much strong love that comes out of it for you, intense emotion and feeling on the part of your person. And again, that makes perfect sense for why they're not quite comfortable putting themselves out there, because for some of you, your person is someone who your rejection would shatter them deeply. Like it seems like there's some very intense and strong emotion here on the part of your person, and being rejected by you would hurt on a very deep level because they seem to feel very strongly for you. So please be gentle with your person's heart, whatever you decide in terms of progressing with this connection. Okay, I want to take a quick look at the book for the Neptune card, or Neptunus, and see. Okay. Neptunus, god of the sea, invites us to dive deep and bring up treasure from the watery depths. Astrologically, Neptune's influence carries us into the oceanic realm of visions and dreams, which brings us back to Pisces. In fact, I believe Pisces is ruled by Neptune, but I could be wrong there. So astrology is not my strong suit. Tarot is. Astrologically, Neptune's influence carries us into the oceanic realm of visions and dreams. This celestial body inspires poetry and fantasy, flights of fancy, and pearls of wisdom. Neptune rules matters of spirituality, compassion, and a longing for understanding and serenity. Okay, so there was a little bit more there, but it's more the shadow side of Neptune, which isn't necessarily applicable here. Have compassion for your person. I believe we had inspiration here, so inspire them with kind words. Write them a poem. Leave it in their locker or their cubby at work, or whatever it is, however you two get to spend time together. Communicate with them. You can bring them out of the realm of dreams and fantasy and into reality by giving them hope. Okay. Lastly, we have Lertis, which is the keyword here is faithfulness. And I want to check the guidebook for this one too and see. This one is not a card that I'm extremely familiar with. Okay. Let's see. This card describes an honorable and kindly man who is faithful to his wife even after her death. Laertes' son, Odysseus, went to war, leaving his young wife and baby with his father and mother. After some years, the mother died of a broken heart at the loss of her son, and Laertes withdrew to the isolation of his farm. He was a gentle and sensitive man who missed his beloved son and wife terribly. To manage his grief and misery, he labored all day until exhausted, and in the evening was served by an old female servant whom he did not abuse. This was unusual in ancient Greece, where women were routinely used for men's pleasure, but we are told that Laertes feared his deceased wife's disapproval. This card honors the unusual faithfulness of Laertes to his wife and daughter-in-law in a world where such loyalty was uncommon. If you are seeking reassurance regarding the faithfulness of someone, this card is a good sign. Okay, I think that pretty well speaks for itself. But I feel like your person, again, they want to know how you feel. They want faithfulness, and they're probably willing to give you faithfulness back. They just need something. This is what's driving them crazy, is that they're not sure how you feel. So you need to open up to them, communicate. All right, so this reading, this pile got 3 alphabet oracles. We've got Phi, we've got Theta, and then we've got Zeta. Okay, so apparently the alphabet oracle had a lot to say. So the the oracle verse for Phi is forthwith plant, for Theo fosters well, and Theo is Demeter. So forthwith plant. Again, this connection is going to be strong. It's going to be beautiful. There's so much potential there for an amazing connection. I mean, you had Aphrodite herself come out in your reading, but you have to plant the seeds and let them know how you feel so that they can feel comfortable proceeding, so that they aren't worrying and stressing. There is an alternate translation for the verse of this oracle, and it is faultily you act and blame the gods. And the keywords for the first verse is divine guidance and support, and the keyword for the second verse is responsibility. So it is your responsibility to ease your person's anxiety and fear and worry and let them know how you feel. Even if for some of you watching this, it means letting them down. Try to do it gently and compassionately, because they seem to care for you or have very strong feelings for you. It's your responsibility to plant the seeds that will allow this relationship to grow, or to not plant them and stop things where they are now. It's your choice. I feel like 99.999% of you probably want this connection too. And so it's going to go well. You just have to take the next step. Nothing can grow if you don't do the work of sowing. So then we have Theta, and the oracle verse for Theta is, "Thou hast gods as comrades and as aids." And the keywords for that verse are divine aid and protection. So with Aphrodite here, I feel like some of you may be pagan, Hellenic polytheists, etc., may have connections with Aphrodite. It is possible that for some of you, Aphrodite brokered this connection for you herself. But she can't do all the work. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. So, but you are divinely supported, and this is going to go well. Like, trust in yourself, trust in your connection with your person. Your guides are supporting you. Your higher self is supporting you. Whatever you personally believe, for some of you, the gods are supporting you. So progress with confidence with this connection, that it's going to be okay. There's also another alternate translation for this oracle, and it doesn't change the meaning at all, like it did with Fee. But thou hast gods as helpers on this path. Okay, you are not alone. You have your guides there supporting you, guiding you, helping you. Okay, and then we've got Zeta. Zealously avoid the harmful storm. The keyword for this is protection, and the deity associated with this is Poseidon or Neptune. And remember, we have the storm down here. So, again, progress compassionately, regardless of your ultimate feelings and what you decide to do concerning this connection. Be easy with them, but also release them from their suffering. Or at least release them from their current suffering so that they can move on and start to heal if that is the case. But again, I feel like for most of you, you're probably equally interested in this connection. So let the sun come out from behind the clouds for your person and find a way to let them know how you feel. Again, there was, I believe it was one of these had to do with poetry, etc. Open up to them. Share with them, communicate with them. That is what this connection is lacking, and that is the source of the storm for this connection. It's the lack of information because of the lack of communication. And, for some of you, you may not even be in necessarily a new connection watching this. I kind of approached this from the position of someone forming a new connection. How do they really feel? For those like me who are in a well-established relationship, the lack of information and communication is the problem, and that is what needs to be sorted out. So that is how they are really feeling, that they care for you very much. They're ready for this relationship to progress or to continue progressing. The main thing is that they just need some words of comfort and encouragement from you about this connection. My partner is someone who is very, 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 very lacking in the communication department. He's an Aquarius and he's always in his head all the time. And I'm a Leo, so for those of you who are familiar with your astrology, you'll know what that means. So again, if you are someone who is like my partner, you're in your head a lot, your person really needs you to speak up and talk with them right now. And let them know how you feel, whether this is a new connection or an established connection, whatever the case is, like open up, talk with your person. That is very important for them. That is something that they need for security and comfort in this connection. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave you here. Thank you again so much for watching this reading. I really hope that it was helpful and enlightening. I certainly enjoyed it. So if you did find the video enjoyable, if you liked it, please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you would like to join me for another video in the future, please do consider subscribing. And until then, take care, Pile 2, and good luck with the connection between you and your person. Hello, Pile 3. If this is your pile, you chose the right-hand pile with the alphabet oracle letter Omega. We're going to go ahead and save this for the end of the reading, and I will start sorting the cards out now. If this is your first time joining me for a reading, I just want to let you know that there are some decks in this reading that do have cards that contain nudity of varying degrees. I don't know if there are any in the reading proper, so if that would be an issue for you, please do, feel free to click off of the video now. I don't want to offend anyone or catch anyone off guard, so I always try to warn people in advance. Also, I'm going to go ahead and speed up the footage while I lay out the cards for the reading proper once I get the cards separated. And in case I forgot to mention this, we're going to save this for a final message here at the end of the reading. And I'll see you in the reading proper. Thank you for joining me. Okay, Pile 3. Thank you again so much for joining me. If you are new here, this central column of cards represents the dominant theme, energy, or context for the spread. And our question today is, what are your person's true thoughts and feelings about your connection? And with that out of the way, let's see what card lies at the heart of the spread here. We have the Game of Love. Okay, very interesting. Then we have the Rose Gold Cosmic Pool. Bathe in cosmic love and soak up wisdom. Then we have the Dog. Okay, so there's an aspect of loyalty to this. I feel like with the Game of Love, this connection may be very new. It is also possible that it's like an open relationship or, a poly relationship in some form. It could also be that the person that you are interested in has not settled on anyone specifically, that they are quote unquote playing the game of love. With the Dog, though, again, we have this aspect of loyalty. And then the Rose Gold Cosmic Pool, soak up wisdom, bathe in cosmic love. With pools, we have, like taking a bath, we have an aspect of purity. We have an aspect of freshness and newness, cleaning away the old grime and dirt of our day and, starting something new, essentially. But there is this question of loyalty here. And I wonder if it's your person questioning your loyalty or you questioning theirs. But let's see what is going on here in the rest of the spread. So we have the Princess of Coins. This is essentially the same card as the Knight of Coins or Pentacles. You can see there is a knight. There's sort of a headless knight in the card. Very interesting. Okay, we have the Five of Coins. The Two of Swords. Very interesting. The Queen of Cups or Chalices. The Three of Wands. And the Prince of Swords. So the Prince of Swords is the equivalent of the Page of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite Smith. All right, so we have growth energy here at the center of the spread on the left-hand side. I feel like this is showing that there is potential for growth and strength and abundance in this connection, that there is potential for it to be deeply rooted. But with the Prince of Swords here, we have something sort of just starting out, in a sense. With the Three of Wands, we've got building a connection, essentially, that you're taking the steps or your person is taking the steps to build a connection. So I really do feel like this is a relatively new connection for most of you. And it's in the works, as it were. It's being built. It's not quite there yet, which is probably why you're curious as to how do they really feel about you. There is something missing. I think their feelings are very neutral right now. It could be that they're lacking some information on your part. This is someone who loves very abundantly with the Queen of Cups here. And, you're working on building a connection. They are, forming thoughts and feelings about you and your connection with them. But there's still something missing. And so it's still relatively neutral. And so that's why it can't progress at the moment. And hopefully we'll find out here in the rest of the cards, like what is missing. In the earlier readings, it was mostly a lack of communication. So that might be something to keep in mind. Okay. So we have culmination, completion, and renewal. Very interesting card art and a very interesting card. So with this aspect of renewal here, it is possible that this is someone that you have known for a while, but maybe not very well. And so you need that fresh start. You need that new beginning, essentially. Or you need to start putting in the work to give your person what is lacking so that they can feel a connection with you, a reciprocal connection with you. Okay, here we have, the card is called Pomp. I'm going to check the booklet for that. This is the Primrose and Prose deck. And so the guidebook here only has 4 short lines of poetry for each card in the deck. So we won't get a lot of information, but hopefully it will make sense, and it usually does. Okay, pomp. Here, it's really small. We have such feathers, sharper than jewels, must be saturated in joy like fools. Whistle quick and older by the hour, they steal the sunlight from flowers. Okay, and the adjectives or the keywords are gorgeous. Sorry, I almost said gregarious there. Gorgeous, uh, emphasis, chroma, and verve. So this deck has a way about it of being kind of obscure or abstract in a sense. So I feel like they have a fairly positive opinion of you. But if you'll notice, this peacock has its tail down. It's not showing off its beautiful feathers. So again, there's just something that this connection is lacking where you have sort of failed to truly stand out to them. Maybe it's just that they're not aware of your feelings for them or your interest in them, and they have other options on the table. But really, I feel like they do have a positive opinion of you and generally appreciate you. It's just that, again, there's something missing, that it's not much deeper than that. Okay, so over here we have the sun. The sun is a card of illumination. You need to reveal something to your person to make them have more interest in you, basically. Like they are lacking some sort of insight. The Queen of Wands, card about passion and manifestation. So again, revealing something to ignite that passion, to start forming that connection, to take practical steps towards building the connection, filling in whatever gap there is. Okay, then we have the Queen of Cups, another very powerful emotional connection card. This card, very much, I've always thought, this card gives me very Aphrodite vibes. So I really do adore the art on this card. It is stunning. So you need to illuminate your passion, your feelings. You need to spark their passion to start their feelings for you. Because right now, they have the potential to grow. It's just that they're in a very neutral, balanced place at the moment. It seems like they don't know enough about you to know that you two could have a connection together, that they should be open to it, looking for it, fostering it, etc. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. This is another card about clarity, clear thought, okay, truth, justice, victory, balance, new beginnings here, giving a gift of clear thought. So they need revelation from you to spark their interest. Okay? Because right now they are very independent. They're not wanting for anything. They don't feel like they're in the game of love, but they're not perhaps necessarily looking for someone. And you are on their radar and they have a positive opinion of you, but you haven't shown them your true colors. And so you've kind of failed to really catch their eye at this moment. The Ace of Cups. What's interesting is that the water around the cup is all frozen. So you need to apply some heat, some passion to it to get that water to start flowing again. I wonder Maybe it's not frozen. It did kind of look frozen to me, but maybe it's not because there's bubbles down there. So I guess the water is flowing. Um, there is a very strong potential, again, for growth and emotional connection with this person. Whether you want it to be a romantic relationship or just a friendship or, just an amicable relationship, there is that potential for connection. You can grow it to whatever you want it to be. You just have to get them to notice you and want that connection back with you more than what you currently already have. You need to be more present in their life. Okay, here we have Heracles or Hercules, and his keyword is protector. So there's an aspect of this that, it is a divinely supported and protected connection. But remember that Hercules performed many labors to attain his godhood. And so you are like Hercules now at the start of your journey where, you've really got to put in the work to build, to grow this connection, to get their interest in you, to, make yourself a quote unquote God in their eyes. And that's going to take effort and work. Like, they don't hate you. I feel like for most of you watching, they don't know you very well. And maybe they just, maybe you two are good friends and they've just never considered you a romantic option. While you have had some interest in them, they're just not aware that something could really happen here. Maybe they think you're not interested in them, and so they don't even bother trying. So there is some work that needs to be done to help your person, whatever relationship and connection you want with them beyond what you have right now, you have to put in the effort to spark that passion, to create that emotional connection. Okay, Venus. This is Aphrodite here. The planet Venus is here in this reading. So again, there is that aspect of divine support and protection with this connection. Venus is about attraction. Aphrodite is a goddess of attraction. Her son Eros is the god of attraction, or Cupid. You've got to shoot that arrow, get this person's attention, get them to notice you, get yourself on their radar, and it will probably, things will be great. Like, there's so much potential here for a strong, healthy, happy connection. It's just that opportunity is kind of missing because they haven't noticed you. You haven't made it clear to them that there is a potential for something more than what you currently have. Okay. So let's look at your shadow cards and see what else this reading has to tell you. Body positive, okay? Stay positive. There is potential here, okay? And all is not lost. So stay positive. Put in the effort, do the work. Manifest your dreams, okay? This connection with your person can become what you would like it to be. Focus on your vision, seek satisfaction and contentment. It's just going to take some work on your part. And I know that can be difficult because putting yourself out there for love feels very vulnerable. So it can be frightening, but this connection is supported, protected by your guides, by your deity or deities. by fate, destiny, whatever you believe in, karma, like the possibility is there and it is strong. You just have to put in the work to manifest what you want from it. Here, the heart. Okay? There is, notice that it's growing out of a plant. It's like a heart container from the Legend of Zelda games. It can grow, it can multiply, it can be abundant. It's just going to take some work from you. Hey, the Four of Cups. So your person, their true feelings, they're unsure. They're uncertain. They're just kind of unhappy with what they have right now. And if you give them something to kind of, fill the void and help them feel happiness and interest in this connection, there is infinite potential here for growth and happiness and to manifest the kind of connection that you would like it to be. You have transcendence, achieving success, transcending from the current state of this connection into what you want it to be, manifesting your dreams. Okay? You have the potential for success because there is potential here for them to love you. You're just not on their radar for whatever reason. Okay, we have the card here is called Calypso, and it has a cat with some flowers. It's very dark and difficult to see, so hopefully you can make that out. Let's take a look at the guidebook. What does it say for Calypso? Oh, all right, number 33, Calypso. God apologized to me for leaving, but her inflection left my heart a-screaming. To wither my faith evermore, she said too, yes, I created war. It's interesting that the verses for this talk about love and war, because that is Aphrodite's arena, is love and war. This is a connection that you're going to have to fight for. You're going to have to put in the work. But again, it will work out if you take that chance, make yourself vulnerable, but take the risk. It's going to work out. Okay, we have the Emperor. This is a card about building and maintaining a kingdom, in a sense, having authority. So catching their eye, having greater presence in your person's life, get yourself on their radar. Okay, we have Pluto. This is Hades. Pluto is obviously the god of the underworld, but also a god of abundance. He controls the wealth of the earth. He gives it to those who are alive. He gives it to those who are dead. The earth is his domain. Let's see what the guidebook has to say about this card here. I don't want to just assume everything, but let's see. The god of the underworld, Pluto receives the soul after death and offers understanding of the journey that lies beyond the earthly existence. Astrologically, Pluto reigns over the mysteries of death and rebirth, transformation and significant life changes. Release, loss, and regeneration are all part of Pluto's profound lessons. The wise soul knows when to leave the old behind to make way for the new. This may require time spent in the underworld, going deep into your own psyche to search for wisdom. When Pluto appears in your oracle reading, it is a sign that something is finished or that an important change is imminent. Okay? You have the potential to change the course of this connection right now. But you have to know what you want and manifest it. Bring in your wisdom, your desire. just as things can change for the positive, things can also change for the negative. So there could be, for some of you, a need to act quickly with this connection, with getting yourself on their radar and changing things. Okay. Your final card for this reading is Apollo, the god of light. Let's see what the guidebook has to say for this one. He is like the sun. He is the god of light. Literally, he illuminates. He grants wisdom. Okay. The sun and its light were regarded as different divinities. Thus, the sun's disk stays in the sky, but the light that is Apollo travels to Earth and is found in many places, with many uses from ripening fruit to healing illness. His sharp arrows of light were also useful in battle, making him a fearsome warrior. The sun's central use in astrology meant that Apollo was a god of divination and prophecy. He brought order to the cosmos and returned stars to their rightful places. Plucky Apollo is now ready to assist you in any circumstance, requiring skill, ingenuity, strength, and stamina. He will cast light, awarding you understanding and determination, okay? Apollo here brings you opportunity, and you will receive information, enlightenment, knowledge on the situation that will allow you to help progress things how you would like to change them. If dark has descended and you are battling a serpent right now, you can be assured that Apollo is on his way. Everything about the sun's energy is considered positive and rejuvenating, so hope will be restored, and you should enjoy affirmation and confidence in all that you do. Okay? Don't lose hope for this connection. If this is what you really want, all you have to do is go for it. And you can make it happen. It's just going to take some effort. Make yourself known to them. You know, they are clearly, the Four of Cups here, usually the person in the card, there's a cup behind them and there's 3 in front of them, and they're not happy with the 3 that they have. The 4th cup is something new, something that they hadn't noticed before. You have to stand out and get yourself noticed. And Apollo is helping you, Venus is helping you, Pluto is helping you. The energy is right for this connection to succeed and to grow and blossom into a genuine relationship, whatever kind you want. If you're here, it's probably a romantic connection. The potential is there. Take the sword in your hand and use it to create victory for yourself. You can do it, pile 3. Okay, let's look at your alphabet oracle card here. We have, or oracle stone, we have Omega. The oracle verse for Omega is, Otios is the fruit that is plucked unripe. The key word for this is patience and timing. So for some of you, getting noticed is going to take a little patience and preparation, and you're going to need the right timing to act. When a fruit is otios, it's more than just unripe. The seeds are not fully matured, and so they cannot bear more fruit. You're not going to get nourishment out of it the way you would if it was fully ripened. So in some cases, you may need to move a bit slowly with this connection, helping them to warm up to you. In other cases, it's more about waiting for the right moment to get noticed with the person that you're interested in. So remember to have right timing, and don't pluck fruit before it is ripe, because you're not going to get anything of value out of it otherwise. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave you here, pile 3. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope you found it helpful and enlightening. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving me a like and commenting down below. Let me know what you think. You can also subscribe if you would like, and I will see you in another reading. So until then, good luck with getting noticed by your person, Pile 3, and with fostering this connection in whatever way you would like it to grow. Take care, and hopefully I will see you again next time.